Let me hit you with a question. Are you tired of watching anime where the main character has the power of a wet paper towel for 20 episodes before finally doing something cool? Or maybe you just want to see someone dropped into another world and immediately start breaking the game like they entered a cheat code. If that's your vibe, this is the video for you. We're diving into 5 isekai anime where the main characters aren't just overpowered, they're absurdly, hilariously, stupidly strong. Let's go. Kicking things off at number 5, we've got Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy, a fantasy comedy isekai that proves getting rejected by a goddess might be the best thing to ever happen to you. Makoto Misumi is your average high schooler until he's summoned to a new world, where the local goddess takes one look at him and says, "Nope." She boots him to the outer edges of civilization like yesterday's trash. But plot twist, Makoto is insanely powerful. Like casually nuking monsters level powerful. And instead of whining about it, he gets to work building his own society, befriending dragons, and slinging magic that makes everyone else look like they're playing with sparklers. What makes this one special is the mix of real character growth, hilarious interactions, and an ensemble cast that gets more spotlight as things go on. If you want a show that's both funny and full of solid world building, Tsukimichi hits the mark. At number 4, we've got Ishura, a dark fantasy series where the Demon King is dead, and all that's left are the ridiculously OP warriors who used to fight him. Now that there's no big bad to battle, these death machines are just vibing. I'm kidding. They're violently fighting to see who's the strongest of them all. Ishura throws you into a whirlwind of duels between broken characters with wild abilities, including cursed swordsmen, hyper-archers, and even mechs. The beginning feels a bit like speed dating for demigods, with each episode introducing a new contender. But once the story clicks, it dives into a high-stakes, no-holds-barred showdown that's as brutal as it is beautiful. If you like shows with tons of characters, intense fights, and big what-is-even-happening energy, Ishura is your kind of chaotic masterpiece. Sitting comfortably at number 3 is the king of dark fantasy power trips, Overlord. Our guy Momonga stays logged into his favorite MMO, Yggdrasil, as the servers shut down. Instead of getting kicked out, he wakes up inside the game as his overpowered lich character, and all the NPCs he created, they're now terrifyingly loyal followers. What follows is a wild mix of political intrigue, brutal world domination, and one very confused undead overlord just trying to figure things out. Momonga starts off just wanting to survive, but when you're basically a one-skeleton apocalypse, world conquest sort of happens. What makes Overlord special is that it leans into the dark side of being OP. It's smart, it's ruthless, and it's oddly funny watching a literal skeleton deal with bureaucracy and bloodshed like it's Tuesday. Coming in at number 2, we've got the softest, squishiest, most OP blob in anime. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Satoru dies in the real world and wakes up as a slime in a fantasy realm. Sounds lame, until he learns he can absorb monsters and steal their skills. One dragon snack later, he's basically a magical Swiss army knife. As Rimuru, he starts a new life building a utopia for monsters, negotiating with kings, and casually erasing enemies from existence. The vibe? A mix of JRPG mechanics, found family wholesomeness, and serious political drama, all wrapped in a surprisingly cozy shell. This is the perfect entry point for isekai newcomers. It's fun, it's accessible, and it knows how to go from cute to chaotic in a heartbeat. Rimuru is the MVP of making slime cool again. And finally, at number 1, we have the glorious, absurd, and completely unhinged, the Eminence in Shadow. Minoru Kaganu doesn't want to be a hero or a villain. He wants to be the guy in the shadows controlling everything. You know, like that one character with a tragic backstory and a 10-step plan no one understands? Yeah, that guy. So when he gets isekai'd, he creates a fake evil cult to fight, trains an elite squad of waifus, and lives out his dreams. Only catch? The cult he made up is real, and he's unknowingly saving the world while thinking it's all an elaborate LARP. This show is a love letter to every overpowered anime cliché, but it doubles down so hard that it becomes genius. With top-tier fight scenes and over-the-top comedy, The Eminence in Shadow is an action parody that still slaps as a legit power fantasy. And there you have it, 5 isekai anime where the MCs are built different. If you're all about overpowered characters doing ridiculous things in fantasy worlds, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and ring the bell so you don't miss out. Hope you don't get hit by Truck Coon and see you in the next one.